you're rolling. Right downwind. Wow. I'm absolutely dumbfounded right now. Oh my God, there's one going right past him. Y'all can do whatever the heck you want, but I'm here to tell you, man, they frickin' work.
Does an Ozonics really work? Absolutely it does, and that's coming from some of the most skeptical hunters around.
I won't go into the woods hunting whitetails without Ozonics.
What a great book.
I'll never hunt without it again. This is my biggest buck ever.
So what if I told you there was a way to continually destroy human odor long after you take your clothes out of the dryer and long after you put down the spray bottle? I'm talking about destroying your human odor during every single second of your hunt, from the moment you leave the truck to the moment you return. I'm talking about Ozone, and I'm talking about Ozonics. Ozonics doesn't focus on killing the odor on you. It concentrates on attacking the odor molecules traveling through the air to the olfactory sensors of that animal. As a hunter, proper application will put the ozone created by an Ozonics HR unit in direct contact with your human scent, reducing it to a level where the animals you hunt no longer feel threatened. Ozonics is the only technology that cleanses this air with ozone.
2007, we came out with our very first product. We went through so much skepticism and people were so cynical. Now here we are, 12 years.
12 years. I've been very successful for me personally over that 12 years because of Ozonics. If I haven't created a situation for an animal to show up, then my bow's worthless, my arrow's worthless, my release is worthless. They're all worthless unless I take the necessary steps to create a situation that allows that animal to show up. And I believe our product does that better than anything out there.
One thing about hunting out west, the alfalfa fields are usually right along the edge of the rivers. The deer just pile out of them. You never know which direction they're going to come from. Of course, it's calling for rain and wind, everything a deer hunter doesn't want to see. And we're like, well, we're just going to get in there and set it out. We got the Ozonics cranking. The wind's blowing absolutely horrible. And there's a couple deer in the tall grass coming off the riverbank.
They're just feeding out in the field.
And they were all working directly downwind and working right to us. We saw the buck come out, my heart started beating. I'm like, oh man, that's him, that's him, that's a shooter.
They're gonna come right downwind.
Directly in the face, smacking him right in the nose.
Smoked him. I can't say enough right now about this right here. Game changer. Game changer. Dude, he was directly downwind.
Me and Ryan just couldn't believe it. You know, Ozonics had done it again. You know, Ozonics actually killed that deer. I did. I was a skeptic at first. I was a skeptic, but I do not go into the woods without an Ozonics. This hunt is proof of that, right there.
Introducing the Ozonics Orion. Double the battery life. 25% more ozone output in Hyperboost mode. Dry wash compatible. It will change the way you hunt forever. Available exclusively at OzonicsHunting.com. You try to hunt the right stand on the right day with the right wind. But when you rattle or grunt, the buck you're after circles downwind, and you're busted. Well, what if I told you there was a tool that could help you flip the script, overcome the inevitable, and change the outcome? Such a tool exists, and it's called Ozonics. Ozonics is the only ozone generator that is designed specifically to actively reduce, alter, or eliminate human odor in the downwind airstream, helping you beat an animal's #1 defense, its nose. Introducing the Ozonics Orion. The new Orion features double the battery life and 25% more ozone with its new Hyperboost mode. For a limited time, get a free dry wash bag when you purchase the all-new Ozonics Orion and use promo code ORION. That's a $130 value absolutely free. Order yours today at OzonicsHunting.com and change the way you hunt forever. Ozonics. Undetectable. Undeniable.
Ozonics truly works. What would you pay to have a buck of a lifetime not smell you on your downwind side? Ozonics is worth every penny.
So we get a lot of questions, Scott, and a lot of people believe that maybe you have to add something to it, you have to change something, a filter or a liquid. Could you just describe for us how this machine actually works to eliminate odor actively in the field for a hunter or passively as treatment for clothing?
Sure. It has a battery system that goes on into it. When you turn it on, it brings air in through the bottom of the unit. It's then passed over a coil and creates a coronal discharge, so it actually kind of develops this purplish hue. And then it emits the ozone, it scrubs the coil and puts the ozone out from the unit.
Because ozone is so unstable, it actively seeks other molecules to attach to, including any and all scent molecules. Now, throughout this process, it chemically alters, destroys, or reduces scent molecules so animals cannot distinguish them as human.
Listen, there's a lot of people that still come to me and say, hey, does this thing really work? And as we've talked about, we've been in business for 12 years now, selling an invisible molecule, what people used to refer to as voodoo in a box, right? And if it didn't work, right? If it didn't work, we wouldn't still be in business.
And this is no joke. I've seen more mature deer and killed more mature deer since I started using Ozonics. This right here, if you're not a believer, you should be.
Scene one, take two.
That's one of the, I say to people when they say, is it worth it? And I say, okay, let's think about something for a minute. I am Mike Carney. I'm the COO of Outdoor Sportsman Group. I am also co-host of Bowhunter Magazine TV, and I've been using Ozonics for 7 years. All the bucks that winded you in the past decade, okay? What would you pay to have a chance at just half of them back? All the time you put in scouting, all the equipment you bought, what's that worth to you?
They have to believe it works first before they're willing to step up and say yes. My name is Bill Winke, and I started writing for hunting magazines back in 1991. And in 2008, I founded a digital series called Midwest Whitetail. And I've been using Ozonics for 5 years. You know, the science backs it up, the experiences back it up, and just understanding the technology in the environment. We can't have sponsors that we don't believe in because we're going to have to be able to promote this to our viewers. And our brand is going to get degraded if we're trying to promote smoke and mirrors to our viewers, because eventually they're going to go, we can't believe anything that those guys say.
And that's exactly something I was sitting there thinking, is that, quite frankly, you have built a brand specifically based on the fact that the people who follow you trust what you say when it comes to a product, right? And that meant a lot to us as a company. And you've said it multiple times, Bill, that application is so critical. I mean, I can give you the best bow in the world, you shoot it upside down, it doesn't work very well, right? And it's the same thing.
Sometimes I feel like I'm doing that. So let's talk a little bit about application just for fun, because I think that's probably the biggest challenge that people face is, okay, yeah, we can buy into the science. Now, how do I replicate that in my tree stand on this ridge top up here in, western Wisconsin where the wind is swirling? What do I need to do? And how much success can I expect?
In the past, they've always said, forget the wind, just hunt. All right, with Ozonics, since we basically understand that what we're treating is no longer the person, what we're having to treat is a downwind environment, we're just the opposite. We need to understand the wind, and we treat that downstream environment. When they got only 5 days to hunt, and they're like, if I don't do this, this animal's dead and I'm not gonna have a crack at it. So sometimes you can take a few more chances, but you do them more calculated by using kinetic packs and doing different things.
Being an outfitter, I like to stick with companies that make a good product that I can use every year after year after year. And there's people that I can call on the phone that back the product. They've put in the man hours already. Purchasing an Ozonics unit is a very small price to pay for what it gives back to you. You need to get close to a deer, you have to beat that nose. In my mind, that's more important than a pair of binoculars, because that is being run the whole time fighting against the deer's nose.
Like in your situation, Ryan, where you're trying to maximize every client's experience and opportunity, like you can get them the opportunity, they still have to seal the deal.
We got units for all of our clients. When they come into camp, we have lockers set up with dry wash bags and units. We don't allow them to go to the stand without them. Ozonics gives me an opportunity to put people in places that I wouldn't have been able to put them before. We don't just have to sit and hope that that wind changes to get that person into that spot and wait till the last day to do it. It gives us an opportunity to get in there on the first day. A lot of people, it take an entire season to kill a good mature deer, and with clients we get 5 days to do it, so we need every advantage that we can possibly get.
Register for your chance to win a 2019 archery hunt with Wildside Outdoor Adventures and Team Ozonics to experience the power of Ozonics technology firsthand. Visit OzonicsHunting.com for complete details and register for your chance to win a 5-day Indiana archery hunt. But hurry, winner will be selected August 15th. If you're like many of today's hunters, you don't get to hunt every day of the week. When it's your time to get in the stand, you need to maximize your opportunity, whether the wind is right or wrong. That's why you need Ozonics. Ozonics is the only ozone generator that is designed specifically to actively reduce, alter, or eliminate human odor in the downwind airstream, helping you beat an animal's #1 defense, its nose. Start maximizing every opportunity. Start seeing more deer more often. Start hunting with Ozonics. Introducing the Ozonics Orion. The new Orion features double the battery life and 25% more ozone with its new Hyperboost mode. For a limited time, get a free dry wash bag when you purchase the all-new Ozonics Orion and use promo code Orion. That's a $130 value absolutely free. Order yours today at OzonicsHunting.com and change the way you hunt forever. Ozonics. Undetectable. Undeniable.
From my standpoint, I don't think I hunt any differently. I just have that extra margin of error because we always have these deer that we don't expect to do a certain thing. They go places that you'd think they're not going to go. Like you're sitting
they show
on a
up
funnel.
from where you don't think they're going to show up.
He's not supposed to do that. He's supposed to do this. That's why I put my stand there. Well, no matter how well you prepare with your entry route and your exit route and get your wind perfect on the stand, this just gives you that extra margin for error on those deer. My best story was the 2016 season. I think that's the best season I've ever had. So the older a buck gets, generally the smaller his range becomes. And he knows every blade of grass, every twig. You gotta hunt more cautiously. If you make a mistake there, the chances of you find another situation like that is gonna be tough. He's gonna know if you screw up. The guy that doesn't have as much time to hunt, he needs to make the most of every single one of those days. So how you treat your odor has to be spot on. We all run into that situation where we've got a buck that we're excited about, all the things, all the pieces of the hunting formula line up, but the wind isn't right. I was hunting a buck I think it was November 10th. And the wind switched on us a little bit. And it swung around and was swirling, and we were getting a wind out of the northeast, and it was blowing right into this little field. Do I wait and stick it out and hope for the best, or do I climb down and leave? You know, I don't really want to be sitting in my truck. So we stuck it out. And I've got footage of the leaves blowing off the tree and blowing right to these deer that are down in that little small plot.
A deer's eyes might fool him. His ears can play tricks. But his nose doesn't lie. His instinct to survive tells him to circle downwind. And just like that, you're busted. But what if it doesn't have to end like that? What if the wind wasn't your enemy? Hunt with Ozonics and turn the wind into your ally. Ozonics is the only product that is designed to actively and continually alter, reduce, or eliminate human odor in the downwind airstream for your entire hunt, helping you beat an animal's #1 defense, its nose. Introducing the Ozonics Orion. The new Orion features double the battery life and 25% more ozone with its new Hyperboost mode. For a limited time, get a free dry wash bag when you purchase the all-new Ozonics Orion and use promo code Orion. That's a $130 value absolutely free. Order yours today at ozonicshunting.com and change the way you hunt forever. Ozonics, undetectable, undeniable.
You know, we all run into that situation where we've got a buck that we're excited about, but the wind isn't right. And, you know, during that same time, I encountered the buck that I was hunting. And he came in, followed a doe. These other deer did not react to that scent at all. There's 2 of us in the tree. And eventually I got a shot at that buck and was able to kill him. I don't see how he survives that. We're just gonna have to wait a while before we go after him, but that was pretty cool. Oh gosh. Normally that would not happen. You know, if your scent is blowing right to several deer, they're gonna react. You know, I mean, these deer should have spooked. They didn't. Then I killed this buck. I wasn't really fooling him at that moment, but I was fooling all the other deer that were in that setting that led me to the opportunity to kill him. So, you know, it's all about keeping all the deer in your hunting area in the dark.
Yep, that doe didn't turn inside out.
Yeah,
when
the other deer that were out there milling around. I mean, there's so many non-target animals, but in whitetail hunting, there's so much going on that you can't talk about only fooling just that one. You've got to fool all of them. Otherwise, you're never going to get the chance at that one.
Yep.
Want to experience the power of Ozonics firsthand? Then register to win a 5-day 2019 archery whitetail hunt brought to you by Ozonics and Wildside Outdoor Adventures. Register today at ozonicshunting.com. But hurry, one lucky winner will be drawn on August 15th. Visit ozonicshunting.com for complete details.
Hello, I'm Wilbur Primos. All these hunts are exactly as they happen. There's no fancy edits, there's no stage scenes.
You know, I've hunted whitetails for a living.
I forgot my Ozonics.
Trying to be in the right position at the right time to get a deer close.
So I had to go get it.
To share it with the hunting public on TV, etc. Spent a lot of time invested, a tremendous amount of time. Your time is even more limited. You don't do it for a living. And you want to maximize the opportunity you have when you go get in that blind or get in that tree. I don't really hunt differently when I use the Ozonics system. I always try to have the wind in my favor, in my face, but I protect my downwind side. I've had a lot of people ask me, does it really work? And I just kind of go over with them what their investment in their bows, their equipment, their boots, their clothes, their vehicle, their time off. And if they knew that something would eliminate their odor and allow them not to be detected, would they use it? And they say yes every time. Especially if you don't want to educate deer and you want to kill big deer, of all the equipment you buy to go hunting with, that's the best investment you can make. I'll put my name on it. It is that good. And I tried to buy Ozonics. I still think that much of it. It's a worthy, worthy product. It has changed the world of whitetail hunting for sure.
For all the other folks out there who are not Ozonics users or have been sitting on the fence and they're looking for something, we have literally tens of thousands of users out there currently that are using our product. And this is a great opportunity for folks to get out there, get one of these units, put it out in the field, and just kind of find out what all this hype is all about. And so we look forward to getting you involved in the Ozonics family.
For a limited time, get a free dry wash bag when you purchase the all-new Ozonics Orion and use promo code Orion. That's a $130 value absolutely free. Order yours today at OzonicsHunting.com and change the way you hunt forever. Ozonics, undetectable, undeniable.